We were saying a few minutes ago that Senator Ted Kennedy is going to make an appearance here. We're not exactly sure what that is going to be, but it looked like he was going to miss a convention. Only his third one since 1960. He's been at every single convention. But now it looks like he's likely to be here. Here are a few moments with Ted Kennedy.
He is distinctive beyond his name. The lumbering walk, the shock of thick gray hair, his fiercely square jaw, and his orator's vocal cords.
It's time again for a new generation of leadership. It is time now for Barack Obama.
Politics of the Democrat variety are in his blood, and so it follows our Democratic national conventions.
Our struggle, like so many others before, is with those who put their own narrow interest ahead of the public interest.
And Senator Ted Kennedy has fought for what he believes is the greater good. Just 6 weeks after his diagnosis of a brain tumor, Kennedy ambled his way to the Senate floor to cast his vote in favor of an expanded Medicaid bill. Kennedy has been a looming presence on both sides of the political aisle. Here appearing with Governor Mitt Romney when the state signed its own health care bill.
At long last, the impossible dream of health care for all will finally become a reality.
For Ted Kennedy, many dreams have come true, and many have whispered away. But not, as he reminded us in 1980, without eternal hope.
For me, a few hours ago, this campaign came to an end. For all those whose cares have been our concern, the work goes on, the cause endures, the hope still lives, and the dream shall never die.
And expect to hear that again tonight, as the Democrats salute Ted Kennedy, his dreams, and his love of politics, family, children, sailing, and of course, his beloved Portuguese water dogs.
Chills when I hear that 1980 speech from Ted Kennedy. We're going to hear this. Joining me now is Tom O'Neill, Democratic consultant. We're going to hear a wonderful 8-minute tribute tonight. Of course, I'm sure that 1980 speech is going to be included in it. Ken Burns, the documentarian, has put it together. What do you think?
I think it'll be moving. I think it'll be fabulous, and I think it'll be a snippet of what Ted Kennedy has done, not only for Massachusetts and New England, but for the entire country. And as I walked in here, Emily, I bet I passed 4 of the Kennedy clan just coming in.
Yeah. Who was it?
I saw Max, I saw Bobby, I saw one of the daughters from Bobby, who I don't know, one of the younger kids, and one of their offspring. So it was great.
Well, I was wondering if Joe and the whole clan is here, but I'm sure they are.
They're very excited about it.
Tom, in some ways, you look absolutely prescient. You were a big supporter of Joe Biden way back. You wanted him to be president of the United States. Now he's on the ticket as the vice presidential candidate. They've already talked about putting him out in the battleground states. Instantly, he's going to be in Michigan, Florida, Iowa. He's going to all the big. Is he the right guy for that?
Oh, I think he's a terrific pick, and I think he just melds together into this ticket, and he makes it a very balanced ticket. And the reason I was with him, Emily, was because not only do I know him, but he's a lot like me. He's a lunch bucket Democrat. He's a Catholic. He's middle class. He's white. He's male, and he's a traditional politician in so many ways. And I think he lends great balance and strength to this ticket.
I mean, he's not afraid to speak his mind, and I guess he's gotten in trouble doing that a few times in the past. But isn't that okay, especially for a vice presidential candidate? Don't you want somebody out there who at least is going to be more spontaneous?
I think he's very spontaneous. I think he's very human. And I think even though he's got a foible or two, I think everybody understands that humanness of his, and because of it, like him a lot. You don't meet anybody that doesn't like Joe Biden.
Yeah. The only thing about him is he's a little bit long-winded. Everybody says, no news is ever made at these conventions, but don't you feel like there's an electricity in the air here tonight? Maybe in part because of the historic nature of it, but do you think it goes a little beyond that?
Oh, I think it has a lot to do with the historic nature. A black man being nominated by a party, a major party in America for the first time in American history, it's great to be here and be part of that history. It's also important to be here in Colorado. This is a swing state for the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, the Democratic National Committee want to show America that we can fight just as lively out here as we can on the East Coast or the West Coast. And this doesn't belong to anybody necessarily, and we're going to work for it.
Democrats are fighting hard because they lost in 2000 and 2004 in Colorado to George W. Bush. Tommy O'Neill, thank you so much.
Emily Rooney, it's great to be with you. Thanks.
All right, we'll be right back after this memorable convention moment.